Valentine's Day cards are way too expensive. Let's make our own.
Karen makes stuff, yeah, it's true. With a little bit of love and a whole lot of glue. Teaching what crafting is all about. If she doesn't know, she can figure it out. Karen makes stuff. Karen makes stuff. Oddly enough, Karen makes stuff.
Honestly, I don't really know where this one's going. I usually make a sample before I shoot the video, but this one is Wild Wild West out here. I don't know what's going to be made. First thing you'll need is just some paper. You know, you're going to need some kind of paper to put it on. You can use just the paper that, from the paper from your printer. I love to get cardstock. If you have any colored paper, even if it's just a scrap or two, bring that. Do you have envelopes? You're already winning if you've got envelopes. Okay, let's go. What else do we have? Let's get some markers, colored pencils. What about paint? Better. So there's my pink, there's my red. I might need white in case I want to lighten up one of the colors. What else? Rubber stamps. Do you have any rubber stamps? I've got this really cool set. It's just alphabet letters. Let me see if I can find the K. They're little alphabet letters. There's K. These are great for spelling stuff out. If you maybe don't like your handwriting or you want to do something a little different. Do you have a stamp pad for those? If not, you could also use ink. You could also use marker, watercolor on it. So we've got some materials. What else can we use? Let's get some celery. How about that lettuce that you didn't quite get to in time? Brussels sprouts, some broccoli. I got a potato. Do you have anything else that's heart-shaped? I have a little cookie cutter. It's actually a canapé cutter. And I have this little sponge. You could cut up a sponge. You could cut a stencil out. We could trace the hearts. Sky's the limit. But our budget, that's a little more limited. So you've already either seen this trick or you're like, Karen, what are you doing with the vegetables? Let me show you. If you cut the very end off, you're left with a shape that looks like a rose. So we're going to use this as a celery scented stamp. You can get the same effect from lettuce. We're going to use like the red or pink paint and make it a rose. Brussels sprouts. I've never actually done this before. I don't eat Brussels sprouts. If you love them, state your case. For me, I'm going to pass. I'm just going to cut it right down the middle. I like it. And then last, and certainly least, don't come after me, broccoli. I went to the store and literally just bought these two pieces. It was probably like 2 cents, maybe worth of broccoli. But all you need is a little bit. And these aren't quite green, but it's okay because we're only going to be using it as a paintbrush. All right. Oh, the potato. Let's take our potato. I'm not going to cut it in half in case I mess up or it gets too mushy or painty. I'm going to come over here, cut about that much so I have a handle. I'm going to take my heart cutter. Let me do it this way. Oh! Pushed it right in there. And then I'm going to cut it again. I can feel that cookie cutter in there, stopping my knife. Make sure I'm cutting all the way down. Are you ready? Big reveal. Ta-da! We have a little heart shape. You could also do this with just a knife if you want. You could just trace it and cut it. Just be really careful. And there's our little heart stamp. I'm looking at it now and it is not level. So we'll just have to be really careful when we stamp this one. So we talked a little bit about the paper. Just paper that's from the computer. If you have some that are this size, you can fold it in half. And it's not very sturdy. So if you did it like this, it's kind of flimsy because it's only one layer of paper. But if you fold it again, You have a smaller card, but it's more rigid. If you really want, you can go around with a glue stick and glue it down so it doesn't, come apart. But there's your little card. If you have envelopes, make sure that your card will fit into your envelope before you start decorating the card. I have some of the heavier cardstock, and I just cut one in half. I'm going to fold that, and that's the perfect little card size. Right there. This one's heavier weight, perfect little card size, ready to go just like this. Now, if you're fancy, you could go to Dollar Tree and they have the little kits already ready of the blank cards with the envelopes that match perfectly. Stationery stores have them. Your Target, your Walmart, of course, Amazon is going to have them. But if you're late, go see what you have in the drawer already. So I haven't practiced this. We're going to both discover together. I'm going to get some wax paper for my paint. You can use a lid, plastic lid. Anything as long as it's not porous. If you use, paper, it's going to suck up most of your paint. Let's put some pink in there. I'm going to try the lettuce first. So look. No. Brush. We're going to brush it all in. Let's see what we get. I don't love this one. But we never would know if we didn't try it. Let's try the celery. Absolute fail. Let's try the Brussels sprouts. Oh, come on. Maybe it's because my table isn't level. Let's use the cutting board. Okay, and this is why I hate Brussels sprouts. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I'm giving up on the Brussels sprouts, the celery rose. I'll try the celery rose one more time. No. Okay. What do we learn? That you should practice your crafts before you shoot a video. Got it. It's okay to abort the mission. Let me reset and maybe we'll have better luck with the potato. Let's try the potato stamp. I'm going to blot it to make sure it's dry. Looks pretty good. I have high hopes. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, I had a lot of paint on it, so it kind of smeared on the edge. Yeah, make sure you just don't have any on the sides. Okay, now we're in business. I can probably get 2 stamps out of it. Mine is a little uneven, so you'll have to, get the feel of your particular potato. But there you go. That one didn't work. Oh, I know what the problem is. I put too much on it, so when I put the potato down, it's sliding like that. That's why I'm getting these weird edges. Okay, so we're just going to try a little bit. That's better. That one's better. Oh, I like that one. I did a broccoli test, so this one's going to work. Have you ever learned how to make a tree? There's a really cool way that I was taught. You start from the bottom, and your tree is going to grow on your paper just like it grows in real life. So you're going to start at the bottom. Just do one line going up. And then another one to kind of follow it there. And then you're going to split it off. I'm going to keep tracing that one. Maybe come out, make your base a little bigger. Okay. And then keep coming up. Maybe make some of these a little darker. But then you just keep branching off from your branches. Not a bad start. Okay. So now we have our tree. You can kind of color in this bottom trunk a little more if you need to make it a little thicker. Okay. Now it's time for the broccoli. Make sure it's nice and firm. We're going to dip. And we're going to blot. We don't want big smudges. This is the effect we're going for. You want to turn the broccoli a little bit each time so it doesn't look like the same splotch over and over. But look at my little cherry tree. This one I like. I can take another piece of broccoli and do some of the red. Make sure we get some on the ends of the branches. Let's put a little on the ground because some of it fell already. What do you think? I love it. What other supplies did you bring out? Do you have a heart sponge? Do you have a sponge? These are the real cheap ones. They're like $1.25. Cut that into a heart. Let's try that one with our paint. Let's try it on our scratch paper. I'm not going to just pull it right off. I'm going to kind of press those edges, kind of roll it all around. See what we get. That I like. Oh, what if we did like 3 hearts coming down like that on the card, or 2 hearts? Oh, I know, we could do it like this. Okay. I'm going to do 1 heart on this side in pink. Let it. Let me kind of go back. There we go. Looks like a little too much paint right there. I wonder if I could take some off with the clean side. Let's try that. Just a little. Okay. Then, on the other side, got paint all over me. There's still some pink on the sponge, but I'm going to load it up with red and do maybe another one right here. Let me go back and redo that one. Sometimes when you cut a sponge, you have one of those air pockets right on the edge, so makes it a little trickier to get that sharp line that you want. But we can just go back, maybe with the other side, try to fill it in a little. You can leave it like that with just 2 hearts, 1 for you, 1 for your boo. You could cover the whole thing with hearts. Experiment, play around with it. We could also do a card with the heart with the dot hearts. Go back and look at that video. If you're going to do that one on paper, I would use a Post-it note for your stencil. So you could stick in place, but it's also removable. Go back and watch the video that I made with this technique, and you can do it on the paper. and lift it off, and it'll look, you'll have this on this. After about half hour, hour or so, your potato will get dry enough to work with, where the moisture of the potato isn't coming out and mixing with your paint. So when it's nice and dry, we're just going to take a little bit of our paint, get that on the surface. You don't want a lot of paint. If you get a lot of paint, it's going to slide all over the card when you push it down. We're going to do an array of hearts on the top part only. And we're going to do several stamps with the same load of paint. Not coming up. We want the variegated. We want the darker with the lighter. I like the pink. Might add a little red to this one. Since that was my first one here, I'm going to go over here for my first one so I don't have all the dark ones right next to each other. It's okay if they overlap. Let's go on with the red now. Very thin coat. That one right in the middle. Ooh, I like that one. It is a little hard to see where you're actually stamping when you do the potato, but that's okay. That's part of the fun. It's always a surprise to see what you're going to get. Let me just do one more pass with that. Right there. Right there. All right. Okay. Now, when we've got a nice little collection of all the different variegated hearts, let's go in with a colored pencil. I have a light green and a darker green. And we're going to grab just the very bottom of one of those and make a stem coming down just from the bottoms. It has to go through a heart, just make space for it. Come up here, make some more. If you think, oh, maybe I need another heart, that's fine. Go back and put one in. I feel like another one would be good right. There we go. We'll make all the stems going up. If you have any little breaks, maybe go in with a darker pencil, kind of add to that a little bit. And now we have a little heart bouquet. Maybe we can add a bow down here. Maybe you want to write a word here, like your Valentine's name or love. It's a piece of art made with potatoes. And broccoli. What if we mix some white with just a hint of pink? Like a baby pink right here. Get our broccoli on it. But this has a nice little like baby's breath to it. Oh, I like this one now. That was the touch. It was the broccoli. It was the broccoli all along. Okay. Got an idea. Oh yeah. See how that's going to look on there? All right. See where I'm going with this? Let's pick our finest celery leaf. I'm going to use the very edge of this one. Smear it around a little bit. Test it. a little bit. I like it. It's going to work. Okay. Tear this off. Be my little paintbrush, and I don't want these leaves getting in the way, so I'm going to pull them aside. All right. So we're all loaded up. No big globs of paint anywhere. We don't want it sticking. No big globs of paint. Go all the way up to these edges. You think like that. Big reveal. Love it. I love it. Do it again. Love it. Put a little point on there. If you're working on your card and you don't love it, just keep going. It is okay to abort the mission, but just keep going. You might do one little extra thing and now suddenly you love it. I think I'm going to go back in with some darker green now. I'm going to mix it into my really light green so I get something kind of in the middle. Brush it on the same leaf because this is just going to be a little extra, little texture on the leaf we already have. Turn it just a little different. Just a little, so we're not. I love this. Oh my gosh. Look at all those ends on there. I love it. I might even go over my stems with this paint. Sometimes it's the lighter green, sometimes it's the darker green. Just a little bit, just a little wisp of it. Here. Wherever you can see the end of a heart. I don't want to go over the other hearts though. Okay, I love it. I think I'm going to go back on this one and turn these into flowers too. I liked it that much. I'll start with some stems. Oh, I like it. These are going to cross. I'll do it with a pencil. And a different leaf from my celery. There, make it the shape you want. Just try dredging it through. See what effect that gives me. Experiment, have fun. If you're worried about it, just test it first. Yeah, I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna have this one, maybe like at the base of it. Yeah, I like that. Just be careful, your fingers are going to be really painty, so try not to get too much of it on your artwork. Oh, I like that. Okay. Maybe put some at the bottom like grass, like they were just growing there. Maybe get that broccoli out again. There's no pink on it. When you paint with a stamp, make sure you're turning it as you pounce down so you don't see that repetition of the same pattern over and over. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with a brush and color in those stems. It was a perfect little leaf right there. You can fill in any blank spaces. Whatever you want. It's your card. Okay. Now I love it. Write something on the top, sign the inside. Don't forget to put the year on the back. Oh, one last tip. If you want to add glitter to any of these, wait for the paint to dry and then put the glue on and then the glitter. Paint doesn't do a great job of holding glitter in, and you know how glitter gets everywhere. So what do you think? What are you going to use to make yours? Do you have potatoes in the house? I think you're going to make something really cool. They're made with love. And potatoes. I like them. Are they perfect? No. But I need them. And that makes them perfect to me. Are you going to make yours? What are you going to use? Please send me a picture when you're done. I can't wait to see what you're going to make.
Karen makes stuff, everybody. Karen makes stuff. Let's go. Karen makes stuff.
Joanne, do you see what you've done to us? We are out here making cards with vegetables now.
Karen makes stuff.